Maybe we should talk about Tokon first. I mostly want to talk about tagging in that game because I think some people are confused about the tagging. I saw people beating Max's ass about his video on the game. They want him to love the game so bad, but then I think Max seems like he likes it, but is not sure about some of the stuff, which is like how almost everybody is. But I said the following. Tokon coverage went out. Interesting to see most people echo the same thoughts. The game really feels like a 1v1 game with 3 assists that are specials more than a 4v4 game, and it's quite unique and fun, and I'm super excited to play the beta. People have turned this into like, oh, what do you mean? Surely this is just a versus game. I've seen the footage. You can tag constantly. You can tag all over the place. Like, the game has 4 characters. Certainly you could play all 4 characters if you tried to do it, and it's like definitely something you can do. But it's not as natural, I think, as maybe some of the footage looks. If you want to tag in this game, right, when you do stuff like you hit your opponent or whatever and you call your assist, you can change into your assist and you get like a little tumble, and then you can combo off it really easily, right? So Iron Man just does medium into heavy into super. And this is kind of how tagging works generally, right? When you're on hit or your assist happens to hit, you can just instant boom tag right away. And this is a very fluid and easy way to tag. This is also what like the on hit assists and like the forward assists are like, basically generally for every character. Forward advancing beams, or like the character's body flying in. Now, this clip sort of has more of like what it's like to actually play in neutral with the assists, which is where you can't tag very easily. The reason it's hard is when you call an assist and he's doing rockets or whatever, the window to tag into him is this very small window at the end. So unless you're like calling an assist from full screen and then doing nothing and just waiting to tag, it's kind of hard to tag into another character while being active. It is a little awkward because if you're shooting this assist from full screen, then you kind of have to stand there and wait. Whereas like this storm assist gets called, and again, he's like air dashing around the screen, he's playing the game. The window to tag is as he was getting hit, basically, right? There's not really an easy window to do like a tag here, and so he just sort of gets hit. And I think the tag windows are your assist hits, and you use that to get the tag, or like raw tagging, holding the tag button down between rounds or like in neutral or whatever. It's not really just like, oh, you're constantly cycling between 4 characters. And I saw a lot of comments that were like, well, what do you mean? What's stopping me from tagging all the time constantly? Like the system. You would assume like a game like this that has like an active tag, you would like do a block string, light, medium, heavy on block, call an assist, and then tag into the assist and be able to extend your pressure, right? But that's not really how the game works. You like can't tag into that assist if it's on block. You just don't have time. I don't think there's necessarily an incentive to swapping to those characters. For a lot of teams, you could probably have the first like 2 characters be the swappables, because those are the ones that have like the forward rush assist, and that's the one you tag in and out often, and keep the 3rd and 4th for like just their assists. And you could, if you want to play like a different matchup, let's say like for your team, Dr. Doom is weak into some character on this team, so you want to tag in a Star-Lord or a Storm or whatever and play a different character for that reason. But I don't think the game really forces you to, and I think there will be a lot of, especially early on while people are learning the game, people playing like 1 or 2 characters primarily and then using the other characters for assists more than anything else. And in other versus games where that's the case, like think about Marvel 3. In Marvel 3, you don't get to tag in your characters as easily as often. You have to like THC, then that character gets in, or you can raw tag. In that game, you have to kill all 3 characters to win the game. This game has 1 light bar. So you can just keep your main character in and keep calling the other assists over and over and over and like lose your light bar and never need to swap to another character. It's not built on like the active tag, sandwich someone, call, swap in, go for mix-ups, that kind of, it's not that kind of a game. The assists are a little bit more of like utility options rather than like mix-up tools. There's no mix-up because you like call your guy and then whoop, like the soul comes out and there's this long thing and it takes forever. You can't get mixed by the soul swap. That's why people are saying this game feels more like a solo or like a 1v1 or like a 2v2 game with assists rather than feeling like a true 4v4 game where you're playing all 4 characters. I think it's probably like a little clunky to play all 4 characters. It's probably not even easy to do it within the system. You might have to force it kind of, unless the matchup dictates it. Which I think is fine. It's just an observation about how the tag system in the game works. And I can give you an example again. Look at light, medium, like call and assist, and you see how like the window to tag in a storm is so late there. It kind of puts you in danger. Like I couldn't even do it right there. I would have got hit. The thing you do really is combos, spike them, use the assist during that, and then tag in and out, or use the assist in neutral, like your forward assist, and then tag and stuff. The nice thing though is that all this conjecture about people playing the game and like how it works could be completely wrong, because we're going to play the beta in September. Like people are going to have access to the game, and we'll know like pretty quickly how easy it is to get in and out of these characters more often, and like how often you can actually do that. But with the rules of the tag system as we know it right now, that's kind of how it seems like the core idea of this game works. Yeah, I don't think this game is like super fast. After playing this game, Invincible Versus and 2XKO, which are the other two versus games there, this game is the slowest of the three. But the character options are really fun. Like, I think they're really cool. They're not necessarily incentivizing you to tag in and out of your other characters, because every time you tag, you are changing what your assists do. So like every time you tag out, it's like, oh, Captain America's down here now. Your down assist is now Cap. Oh, Captain America's over here now. Like this is assist is left. Like, he's got the back assist. That's completely different. Chipotle on the way, let's get it. If you want to swap and play all 4 characters, you need to learn how to play all 4 characters and all 4 characters in each assist slot. So that's already like a lot to think about. Even if they're homogenized and like pretty similar, you know, it's pretty difficult. Like to tag into Captain America, I had to call Captain America assist from full screen and then stand still and then swap right here. You see that? This game is not like a, even right here, that was a call to assist pressure sequence and there was no tag, right? Like it's just like she zips in and then you call Storm, and now because you called Storm, you can't tag into Miss Marvel because it's off the window, and then you just get hit here and you can't even tag into Storm. It's not like an active tag game for real. Which I think for some people is like an improvement. Some people don't like active tag that much, right? So I think they're probably happy about that. Everybody thought, oh, this game has active tag, Invincible Versus has active tag, Hunter x Hunter has active tag, like 2XKO has active tag. There's 4 games that are all gonna be the same that all have active tag. But I think like 2XKO, Invincible Versus Hunter x Hunter, and this game are all not very similar. This game feels very different from the other 3, in fact. I think this game feels the most different. I don't think they want it to be like, oh, call your assist, sandwich, active tag, left, right. Like they made BB tag already, man. Like, you know, I don't think they want to do that. It's like a pretty fresh take in a bunch of different ways with like what a versus game is supposed to be. Whereas 2XKO is the complete opposite, like side of the, let's do this 2v2, tagging in and out, constantly doing this kind of a thing. And like Tokon is a completely different beast. This bullshit, man. Do your super, tag into the other character during the fucking super, hop, go over their head, go empty, try to go empty low on the other side. This game is like the tag game. Look at this combo, by the way.
Diabolical.
OTG via assist, stab, tag, bing. Like, I mean, they just want you to die. I'm pretty interested in trying this Tokon demo, like when it comes out in September. I'm also curious what the feedback is. My thing is, I think a lot of the feedback will be from people who've watched or played or seen Marvel 3 who are like, this is not Marvel 3, man. And they're gonna be a little disappointed. But I think that on the other hand, there will be maybe a greater number of people, because Marvel 3 is old, that are like, oh my god, this game is new and interesting and fun and doing cool stuff. Because Tokon is like completely different and new, and there's such a big generational gap. You have to realize how old Marvel 3 is. It came out in 2011, so it's like a 15-year-old game almost. Like you're comparing it to that. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a pretty different style of game, and like they're not catering to the people who were playing that game 15 years ago. Listen, the people respond to this saying this is Korean backdash make me wonder how we lost our ways so fundamentally as a community. Now listen, when you're thinking like, oh, these kids, they don't know about wave dashes, yada yada. Yeah, they don't. They started playing fighting games in the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 10 years even, and like they don't know, because like it's an old term. It was a very old term. They didn't mean anything by calling it a KBD. It's just the language that they're familiar with. There's lots of terms like that.